G'day YouTube, Down to Bricks here. Back with a city update, a full walkthrough. I've been promising this for a while, haven't I? Finally going to deliver today and do a full walkthrough of the city. It's been ages since I've done that. It's like, it's not a year, but it'd have to be getting close to a year ago since I've actually done that. So pretty excited to go through. I actually think the city looks the best that it ever has. So really excited to show you. Some of the long-time viewers, a lot of this you've already seen, and if you've been watching my city under construction videos, you're pretty much up to date with everything that's new in the city. But I am going to get down the end to the rules section where I'm starting the project. It's actually going to be a huge project. I want to share that with you today, so stick around for that. I'm going to point out some of the buildings as I go through for the newbies. I'm going to put cards up. There'll be some end screen videos as well, so the new guys can click on those. If you want to see some of these buildings in more detail, you can do that, or you can just go straight to my city playlist, because there should be videos in there of most of these buildings, plus all my previous city updates. There's lots of viewing there. Go in that playlist, that would be cool. If you love what you're seeing here, give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that. I think now, what else are we going to talk about? Sig figs. I've got lots of sig figs in the city. I don't have all the sig figs. I've got 2 big bags of sig figs since I've been moving and cleaning up. I've got 2 big bags and I could only find one, so I'm not sure what I've done with the other bag. So if your sig figs not in the city, don't despair. I have still got you put away. I'll find you eventually and get you in the city, but I'm not going to point out all the sig figs, but there's plenty of characters in here and you can see what they're up to. But I think that's probably about it. Yeah, let's go. So starting up the park area of Dub City, of course we have the Avengers Tower in all its glory. We've got Spider-Man, he's hanging underneath there. He's on the phone, he's just chilling. And a bit of activity down in the park. Got the fountain over the back there. It's all looking pretty good. Got some characters there having a bit of lunch. Of course, we have the Grand Emporium and the train station. My personal favourite of all the train stations, this one here. Absolutely love it. And speaking of trains, there's the Horizon Express. I won't get the trains running today. I think we've got enough to get through. Moving down into the park, we have Old Town. So still love this concept, but I don't know, I'm thinking eventually that it may go. I think I'm not too sure. I'm not in any rush. I really love these buildings. I just think they're absolutely brilliant. So I'd never get rid of these buildings. Couple there I could use in a medieval scene, and the Harry Potter ones I could just put on display. But once I need room for another building, I may end up putting it in there and getting rid of Old Town. Not too sure. Like I said, in no rush for that. As we come down, we got the Ghostbusters headquarters, firehouse. So that is not the Lego version. It is a custom one from Brent Waller, the guy that designed the Ecto 1, which is coming out there. Love that Ecto 1. And going back up, we've got the detective's office, the pet shop, fire brigade, the town hall, and the brick bank all along the back. And coming up here, Looking down the street, there's a bit more activity than the last update. Of course, the bus terminal is all in, and coming along the front you have all these apartment buildings. Market Street, and onto the old cinema here. I haven't done anything at the back there because I'm thinking that I will expand on this building and close that in, so that's why I haven't tiled off that section. The greengrocer over there, my favourite modular, love that build. And the laundry. So I got room for a building in there to go in. Not too sure what I'm going to do there. In this section I've just put some trees and a few gardens and that in there. Now these guys have drawn a crowd. I've just prettied it up a little bit. The downtown diner is what's going in there, so it'll come straight off the restaurant here. Well, it's actually a plate and a half, so I may do a 16 wide build to go in there, put the diner in here because I think it'll look really good with this cinema, so it's kind of same sort of era. I am thinking though, I've seen some really good custom builds of the diner, so I may do something like that myself and use up all that space. I'm not too sure yet. That diner, if I do that, I want to try and get it at a discount, so I'll have to wait till the mid-year toy sales probably before I can pick that up at 20% off, so I'll hang off for a bit, in no rush to get into that. Some of those projects I was talking about, I've got a big tower to go in there, so I really want to get onto that this year. And of course the train station, I better show the train station. This is the main station. And then we come along, got the restaurant, Assembly Square, Cafe Corner with the lagoon and the boardwalk. Just make sure I'm not going to trip over here walking backwards. And then over the back we have the Palace Cinema. And more shops. And this was the town hall from it wasn't the city square, I forget what it was called now, but I actually turned it into a church. Actually has a full interior with some stained glass work on the front, and it's also got on the side as well. And yeah, the residential area, so still have a little bit of work to do here where I just have to push it back a little bit. I still haven't fixed up the road, so that those two roads there, or three roads, three plates, where's my finger, 1, 2, 3, you'd see it doesn't match up, so they're just going to be pushed back. So I'll get to that. That's not a huge job because all I'm going to do is just open up this section here and just maybe put in some more gardens along the front. But a little sneak peek there, you didn't see that. So the school, love these houses. Why don't we get houses like this anymore, Lego? These are brilliant, aren't they? Love them. Although I don't really have room for more, so. Okay, so now we've come all the way down to the rural section, and here we go. So this is what I've worked on. I actually started on this a while ago, and then I got sidetracked with doing the lagoon. So the plan here, let's go right over the back, and we've got the whole farm section here, and this whole area is going to go. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. So all of the train track is going to stay exactly where it all is now, but this whole section here is going to get lifted up. I have talked about this before, but I think now that I've started the mountain ridge here, it gives you a better idea of what it's going to look like. So this will extend right along. I'll have another tunnel like this on that end going over the train tracks over there, and then this will be the height. Let me come back here. This will be the height. So I've got to make a timber frame up, and it's going to come up and run along here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a sheet of ply all the way across, and that's how I'm going to work on it for now. Eventually, about halfway, I'm going to put another mountain ridge and go up higher again. So this is what I've come up with for my ridge. Now I wanted to do something different to everybody else and just use the dark bluish grey slope, so I thought I'd try and do something little. I mean, not that the rock isn't natural looking, but something more like a mountain ridge, so to speak, and try and make it a bit more realistic. And I don't know how it's gone. Let me know what you think of that. I've got this tree growing out of it. It takes a lot of brick to do this, so I've got to get in and do 2 more plates. So I actually just build them on these cut plates here. So I've got 2 more here ready to go into there, and then I'll have to do the little tunnel as well. So the timber is going to go right across here. So the train, I'll have another bit of timber on the back side here. I'm going to run all bricks on the inside of that, and so you'll actually be looking into the side of the tunnel for the train. And then up on top here is going to be my farm. I'm going to just do all custom stuff down here, so all of this, as much as I love it, that's all going to go, and I'm just going to do a little mountain hut, a little farm hut up there. I want to put a few animals around there, a bit of a jungle area as well, so pretty keen for that. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think of that style. Are you liking the look of that, or do you think doing a rock face in the dark bluish grey colour, they're just so expensive to buy? This is a much cheaper way of doing it. Let's get in here and just see if I can show you a bit more detail there. But I think it's good because it's a variation of different parts, so it definitely makes it a lot cheaper. Most of the bricks there are sort of no more than 10 cents each if you're buying them off Bricklink, so it's a lot cheaper to do it that way. And yeah, so this is going to be a very long-term project. If I could get this top section here complete by the end of the year, maybe another ridge up there, I'd be really happy, because I've got big plans for on top of this second level once I get up to there. But we've got lots of projects to get onto this year, so we'll see how I go. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Any comments that you got about the city in general, I'd love to hear all that. Let's just go take a wander back here, and something I'd like to show you. if I zoom down, I just like standing here and looking down this main street. I think that looks pretty good. Zoom back out a little bit. But I think that's probably about it. Probably taken up enough of your time. Let's come all the way back out and we'll just wander back down. So yeah, thoughts on my plans here? I'd love to hear it. Please leave it all in the comments. Any thoughts that you've got, any suggestions for the city, I'd love to hear it all. You guys have given me such fantastic support in 2017. I hope that continues in 2018. I'm really going to try and give you more content to enjoy, some more quality content. I'm working on that all the time, and I do really appreciate you guys supporting me. But I think that is about it for the city, and I don't know if you agree, but I think it's probably the best that it's ever looked. But thanks guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.